Hello YouTubers, Victorinox Fan here with another video. What you're looking at is a Christmas present to myself that arrived today. The postal office usually does get very clogged up and they take a lot of days off during the holiday season, so it did take a little longer to get to me here, being January 4th now when I got this in the morning. I've had this for a couple hours. So far I'm very happy with it, but this is a first look and it's going to hold as much of my opinions on this knife for as long as possible, because I haven't had it long enough where I feel I can give an unbiased and an uncolored view of this knife. But right now I'm really loving it, apart from, the getting boned by customs fees. Hey, that's another story. This knife is a Tim Galyean Pro Series Turbulence, part of Tim Galyean's mid-tech line. Now, Tim Galyean is an incredibly skilled knife maker, known for some incredibly high quality customs. His custom knives can go for $2,000–$3,000 easily. This knife goes for $400, being a mid-tech, so the Pro Series allows you to pretty much get his knives better than, let's say, the Kershaw quality, which, don't get me wrong, is very good, but maybe not, the same. Gives you that somewhat of a custom feel, and this feels fantastic in terms of the build quality. And this is very good. The handles are CNC titanium. They dimpling effect and bead blast or sandblasted. The blade is CPM 154, and these are hand ground and sharpened by Tim himself. So you have that custom feel there. It is, oh, that's a sharp point. It is a flat grind blade with a cutting edge of approximately, I think, just a hair over 3.5 inches. Stone washed, and I mentioned CPM 154. It is a very elegant looking knife, and a little unique too. I think it's based off his Moab folder, MOAB, Mother of All Blades. But I'm not 100% sure, and I believe this is the, let's see, the third knife he's released in his Pro Series line. First being the Junkyard Dog, followed by the Lahar, and now this. I forget the name of the next one he's going to work on, but from the pictures I saw, it should be pretty cool. Now, I gotta thank Oromoto, or blame Oromoto, depending on whichever word you want to use, because after I saw this knife, I was really, I was smitten by it. But being a low production item, they're kind of hard to come by, and they're not cheap. But I managed to find one and bought one for myself as a Christmas present. So overall length of this knife is, I think, just over 8 inches. Cutting edge about 3.5, and the rest would be the handle. Keep in mind that this is a hair over 3.5 inches. I can show you right now. Due to the way the handle is designed, most times when you measure a knife, your cutting edge will be shorter from where your point of the handle actually hits your knife. So you would tend to measure it like this to be conservative, but in this knife you would actually want to measure the entire edge, being that the edge is longer from where the handle starts. And this is just a hair over 3.5 inches, so if you guys live in an area where blade length restrictions apply, keep that in mind. This might not be legal to carry. The handle is incredibly ergonomic from my first impression. The jimping, while shallow, let's see if I can get that focused. Okay, doesn't want to do that, but the jimping, while shallow, isn't smooth. So it does grab if you point like this. Like this, it's good. Not the sharpest. Ergonomics good. The sandblasted titanium does give you more texture, kind of like a Zabenza, and these grooves definitely give incredible boost in texture. And when your hands are dry, it gives more texture than my Strider G10, a knife I'll draw a comparison to in a bit. However, I don't know what happens when wet, because I have not used this knife wet. It is a flipper design based on the IKBS Ikoma Korth bearing system. What that does, instead of bronze phosphor washers or Teflon washers or any other, or even Nylotron washers, which I think what Emerson uses, it uses ball bearings, and this is a licensed technology. What this allows for, especially in flippers, is an action that makes switchblades look slow. The way this works is Since you have ball bearings, you've reduced your friction coefficient, hence this pretty much glides across. And what you have is a stupidly, and I like, amazingly strong detent, which is like Sebenza-like, and I literally cannot flick this out, ever. It's incredibly tight. So by the time when you press and you overcome the detent, the inertia takes it away and it pretty much completes the action for you. A very unique feeling. Different from a assisted opening, but I like it better. It is a flipper only design. Yeah, you see thumb studs, but these thumb studs are actually stop pins, kind of like the Strider. But unlike the Strider where you can use it, like I mentioned, the detent is really strong and you will tear up your thumbs trying to open it with the thumb studs. This is coming from someone who has Strider thumbs. So it really is just a flipper open design with thumb studs or really stop pins. I'm really impressed by this blade, but what I was super impressed with was the edge it came with. Now, this happens to be, I think, sharper than even the Tom Crine, and just when I'm showing it. Oh, okay, you know what? We're just going to move it around here because I cannot cut on camera. I have a significant difficulty cutting things on camera, but believe you me when I say that this is as sharp as that Tom Crine regrind Boblum folder. Tim Galyean knows how to put an edge on a knife. Beautiful. Yep. So, this is the Tim Galyean Pro Series Turbulence, and just I'll back this out a little bit. I wanted to show you a size comparison before I have to give one of these knives away. Well, not this one, but this one. So, compared to the large Sebenza, the length is actually very similar. The titanium is a bit, is definitely thinner, and this knife definitely feels lighter than the large Sebenza, but the blade stock is thicker. Instead of the 3mm on the Sebenza, it's 3.5mm thick. And again, against the SNG, it's a similar size. The titanium is a little bit thinner, and the blade stock is 0.5 mm thinner. But this definitely does feel, I think, probably maybe the same weight as the SNG. Actually, you know what? I will not be able to give you guys ounces, but I can at least give you guys a metric system, and I guess I can annotate the weight. So, I'm curious. This is 120 grams. I'll annotate the ounces for you guys, or you can just go on Google. This is 133 grams, and this is 126 grams. So 126, 120. So actually, the Pro Series is the lightest of all three, but its blade length, let's say the large Sebenza, cutting edge is actually longer. Blade length is about the same overall. It's kind of weird. Actually, no, the blade length, yeah, cutting edge, slightly longer than this. So I think I've dragged this first looks long enough. I hope I gave you the opportunity to ogle this gorgeous knife. Hope you guys liked it, and I don't think I'll be buying a new knife for a while. This really killed me in terms of money. I can't buy money knives for quite a while, but it's a beautiful blade, and hopefully once I've used it for a while, I'll give you guys my impressions. Peace out, guys. Have a good day, and see you around later.